What's up, people? How y'all doing? I'm back again. I'm not dead. I'm alive. I'm asleep. I'm awake. I'm going to the left, going to the right, going up, going down, going. How y'all doing today, people? I found these cool PlayStation like drum and bass tracks that just reminded me of my childhood. So I just kind of been listening to that a lot lately. So I just decided to make it the background music while we're sitting here talking. But as you can see on the screen, we're gonna be playing Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. It's literally one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah, shit. Let me go ahead and what's up? Okay, now y'all see me. I had to figure out which button it was and what to do. So let me go ahead and turn this music down. I feel like it's a little bit too loud. Yeah, I felt like it was a little too loud. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, hanging out with the kid, trying to get back to being streaming more consistently. I know I say that like every damn time, but it's like I'm really trying to be more of a consistent streamer and content creator. I've been uploading more videos to my YouTube. Like I've been playing like Dead Island 2, so I definitely have 2 videos up there. So definitely follow my YouTube. I usually about every 15 minutes or so, my chat will just pop up my stuff, so you can just pop up my stuff. There we go. Pop up my stuff over there. But yeah, so other than that, how's everybody doing today? Hope y'all having a good night. Oh no, music. You just got hype on me real quick. I don't know how I did that. Scared the crap out of me. Like, man, okay. But yeah, so if y'all don't know, Metal Gear Solid 3, they just announced like a remake for it that's gonna be like for the PS5, PC, Xbox Series X and stuff. So I'm definitely gonna be playing that. I also have this game on like the PS2 version, but you know, I just figured out why not try the 360 version since I had it for a while. So I am going to play Metal Gear Solid 2 at some point, but you know, we're just gonna straight up focus on playing Metal Gear Solid 3. So I guess without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get it started. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to this, and then we're gonna pause the music. We can bring that back later or at any time, or if you guys don't mind it going in the background, you know, I'll turn it back on and just have it like super duper low so it's not distracting from the aura of the game. So like I said, once again, we're playing this on the Xbox 360. And yeah, here we go. All right, we're gonna go with McLeod. Konami. Kojima Productions. R.I.P. Kojima Productions. Oh yeah, you can do cool things with the menu if you press different triggers. Like make fast, go slow, zoom in, zoom out. Like invert the colors. If you click the sticks, you can do different camo patterns. I always like when I learned this about the menu, I always thought it was pretty cool. Okay. Turn my head down. We're gonna start a new game. I mean, I like MGS3, so yikes. You know what? I've never played this game on like extreme or European extreme. I might try it at some point, but we're just gonna stick to normal. We're gonna stick to what's easy.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
David Hayter.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector.
Boy, don't tell me what to do. You don't
Put
know
on
who
your
I am.
mask.
You don't know who I am.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
The most dramatic cigar flick ever.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
What's up, Yaya? How you doing? I think the game might be too loud.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
Okay, cool.
You'll be falling at
Let's
130
do it.
miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Don't tell me what to do, boy.
This is one
you know
of
who
the
I
history
am?
books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
Hey, man. I miss games doing shit like this.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtual
So how you doing,
mission?
Yaya? How y'all been?
Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962.
I love
President
how he
Kennedy
used
received
real
word that
life
the Soviets were
stuff
in the
to
process of
create
deploying
the
intermediate
world in
range
this game. It's
ballistic
so
missiles in
awesome.
Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
What he
About
say?
Sokolov?
Yes, he was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system.
Yep.
I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
All right, we're landing. Well, there goes my backpack.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Okay.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be
You could
Tom.
change their pictures
Call
and
me
stuff.
Major Tom.
I think, yeah.
This will be a sneaking
I can move the
mission.
analog stick.
You must not be seen
Zoom
by
in
the
and
enemy.
out.
You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
All right, let's do this. So in this game, you can use the D-pad. You can walk. You can run. You can roll. Get down to the ground. Get back up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Like I said, the action button is Y or triangle. And that's how you hop over stuff. And then I can have first person view. Have my knife. I can literally get on the ground and stab it. And I have food. Just like that. Just get on the ground and stab it. And then you have food. Alright, there's a tree. And when you crawl under certain things, oh, excuse me, it goes into first person view. I also didn't mean to hit my mic, so I'm going to push my mic a little bit further out. So we're going to get up, climb the tree, and get our backpack. Did not mean to jump down the tree like that. Let's try that again. And we got a backpack.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yes.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and U.S. government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll
So
just
I
have
don't
to
know
take
you.
care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic.
Okay,
Nice to meet
yeah.
you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name.
Okay.
What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
This boy knows
You've lost
everything.
weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner
wait till
or
we play
later,
Metal
your
Gear Solid
conscience
2,
is going to
'cause
bother you.
that's gonna be
In
a
the
mind
end,
fuck.
you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Let's do it.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
I know that was a lot of exposition. I probably started dozing off a little bit. I mean, you gonna lie to you, I went to work today. But now we playing, so let's get to it. Alright, so with our weapon, we can press square or X, and that'll draw your weapon. When you let go, you fire. When you're in first person, bam. Yeah. Because I know on the PS2 version, like the buttons are sensitive, so if I hold square lightly, he'll draw his weapon and then put it down. But with this version, it's not pressure sensitive. It'll just fire. Can I shoot this butterfly? Is there any fruit or anything on the trees? Night night. Good night. Oh, dang it. I did not mean to walk across his body. Gotta put y'all back to sleep. What do I have over here? Okay, so I have a battery, so I can use things like the sonar, and that'll let me know when enemies or whatever's in the way. Motion detector will tell me when somebody's moving. The AP sensor will just vibrate when I'm around any life form on my controller. And then you like to say there's a fake death in the revival pill. I can smoke a cigar. It's dangerous to my health. And then of course I have a scope. Or you can zoom in and see people. And on this side I just have my knife. I have a mic where I can listen to animals. And people. And people. Now if I do this right, I'm going to show y'all that you can hold up people. Oh yeah, there's always like this little interactive right button, or R1 in the screen where you can see stuff.
Troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law.
Thank you for telling me again.
Can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved.
Got it.
Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen.
Man, I'm gonna hold up this guy, but then I'm gonna
The
sneak the rest of the
depends
way.
on how well you use your camouflage.
Oh yeah, camouflage.
Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
So yeah, we're gonna do like you said, go to our survival viewer. And then we can open radio. Go to camouflage. Face. I always do woodland. And uniform is like leaf, I think. Oh, yo, I got DPM and Flectran. Okay. Okay. Flectarn, I'm sorry. So I'm doing a good 45. That's a 45 standing up. Watch out when I get in the ground. 90. They can't see me. Oh, man. I don't know how he turns around in a log like that. I hope I don't screw this up. So you use the D-pad to walk up slowly, and then
Freeze.
then you go in first person,
No, wait.
and you make them regret everything they've done. Shake that, shake it. I need more. I need more. Okay, that was nice. I need more. Okay, that's cool. You got anything else? Okay. They usually don't drop more than 4 items. Then I can pick them up. So we're gonna pick him up and drag him into the grass and hide his body because I don't want to alert anybody. And he's not gonna stay asleep for long. It's gonna go from like those 3 Z's to 2 Z's to 1 Z. Yeah, it's terrible. But since I'm playing on normal and stuff, usually I don't care. I just be putting people to sleep. Night night. Just trust me, this ain't no type of perfectionist walkthrough or nothing like that. I do want to move his body. Yeah, this ain't no type of perfection or nothing like that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. I haven't played this game in a very long time. Why, thank you. Oh, a grenade. Ah, dang. I done screwed up.
What's wrong?
We're gonna get on out of that before we hit a caution phase where he wakes him up. Cool. Well, on to the next part. Okay, this is another cool thing. Ha ha ha, let's get mischievous. Alright, so he looked at the bee's nest, right?
I hear something.
Dang,
There's nothing here.
I screwed that up. Night night. I'm lethal, man. Oh no. Oh no. And just like that, I die. That's the first death after everybody. That is the first death.
I hear something.
We're gonna try something. I could have sworn I can do something. Nah, I thought I could cut the ropes to the thing. All right, we're just gonna shoot them in the face. Okay. That was close. Yeah, I had to make sure I got that gun. Alright, so now I'll check out backpack. Let's see. No. Weapons. See, now I got this crazy gun. We're not gonna use that right now. Don't need that right now. I figure, see, you can shimmy along the wall. What's good, Darkland? How you doing? I got hyper focus. I didn't even know that you chatted in. This is 3. Did the title not update on the stream or something? But this is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. It also has like the best theme song ever.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
This is my favorite one
I can't see
as well,
Sokolov from here.
as I said many times.
The security is pretty tight.
Mm.
There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive.
Mm-hmm.
He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Well, I'm 95 on the grass. I am invisible. You in the grass. So good night. I made it without being spotted. Barely, but I did it.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence
Hey,
says
Doctor, when you
that they are
coming
going
down
to
here
make
again,
their
man? We
move
miss you.
during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem.
I said this game still looks really good even today.
Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
No one spotted me.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Appreciate the follow. What is that? Eva Creatives Keith? Eva Creatives. I'm sorry. My brain is not doing letters and words right now. But thanks for the follow nonetheless.
Freeze!
Okay, you're about to watch this man put in the work.
So this is the legendary boss.
Oh, it's going well, man. Just like I was saying earlier, I was getting back to streaming on a more consistent schedule, so I was like, why not start it with one of my favorite games I've ever played.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
How about yourself?
Soldier? He's the Ocelot
That's
commander.
awesome to hear.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Oh shit. He shot that man in the neck. Oh yeah, definitely send me your portfolio. I'm always interested in people that are willing to show me some stuff. Oh yeah, definitely. I believe it's the same thing as my name on here, and I think it's 2620. It's the numbers afterwards.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
I think that's it.
Huh.
I'm gonna have to double check though, because Discord is like really weird with that
Not the
stuff.
boss, are you?
That goddamn rawr kills me every time. Let's see. Let's make sure I'm right.
Operatives?
What is that stance? Huh. That gun.
Boy, you don't know what you're talking about.
If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it!
Oh,
Shoot
shit.
the other one!
Shit.
Whoa!
Man, Snake hit one-man army. Okay, so I don't know what my Wi-Fi is like when I'm obviously on the internet streaming. Okay, my Wi-Fi is being stupid, even though my internet's working just fine because I'm obviously streaming. So I got you. I just saw the request. Yeah, definitely. Shoot me your portfolio. All right, thank you. Same to you. And as you saw, Snake put in that work on Ocelot.
Impossible.
No, it's possible.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil.
That's too
more of a
specific.
revolver technique.
And how Revolver Ocelot was born.
Dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
I think the order's like 3. I think, is it 3, 5, Peace Walker? And then we go 1, 2, 4. Or then, actually, Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2,
I read you.
Metal Gear Solid 1,
Snake, you
2,
all right?
and Metal Gear
I've
4.
run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov
I don't really
too.
remember that
Apparently they were taking
order
orders
of the
from a
games
Gru
too
colonel
well. I
named
just know
Volgin,
this is the beginning.
Gru Colonel.
part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU, between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgin's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Yeah, I got an achievement because this is my first time playing this on 360, everybody. Oh, I got a surprise. Let's see if I can get this right. All right. Let me go to my backpack. Remember I told y'all he's a Revolver Ocelot, right? And he's supposed to be in all the other games, right? And I got an achievement.
You've created a time paradox.
Snake,
you can't go changing the future like that.
And it's crazy how they have Colonel Campbell from Metal Gear Solid 1 telling you that you created a time paradox, which is also in its own way kind of like it's kind of like a mind fuck. It's like, okay, so if Colonel Campbell's talking to me and telling me I created a time paradox, like, is Metal Gear somewhere in the future without Hideo Kojima gonna have a time machine, me watching myself play, or is this some kind of mission that some kind of training I'm going through in my head to go exactly in the boss's big boss's steps? It's kind of crazy.
You okay?
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
Shagohod.
Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1.
I should edit that into like
It won't be truly finished
Shagohod.
until we complete
it.
Phase 2.
Phase 2.
The
Phase
weapon's
2.
true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
And eventually we're gonna see what the weapon's so-called true form at some
Yes.
point.
And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
I'm assuming he's supposed to be Russian. I don't understand why we have like, I want to say a British accent for somebody who's supposed to be Russian. Like nobody has a Russian accent. And it's supposed to be a lot of Russians. That's my one thing about this game.
Boss?
That's how strong she is, by the way. She's just walking carrying that stuff.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Huh? Hornets?
This man controlling bees.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood.
It's raining blood.
Is he crying?
In the Metal Gear universe. See? Ghost nigga. Like, it's raining blood. And he was over her shoulder. he a ghost, and his spirit just went into the helicopter. Metal Gear Solid, nuclear bombs and ghosts, and blood rain.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
I always wonder why he chanted Kuwabara, Kuwabara. The only Kuwabara I know is from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
And total mind
Recoilless
fuck.
nuclear warheads.
My boy was hurt right there. You saw his face?
These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
I ain't gonna let you. She took his gun apart. She literally bumped him, took his gun completely apart. Like, bruh, what? What? She that girl, for real. Oh. Ooh. I can't look at when his elbow gets broken like that. I feel it.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Why you still gonna reach for her hand? She defected. Like I didn't understand. With one hand. With one hand, she just went bye. Like.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Ow, I hit the mic. Hello.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Yeah. My wife just came in the room, everybody. I'm so happy. She was over there battling our son, trying to put him to sleep. Finally won. Alright, time to wake up. Is there any water? Bottles of water? Yeah. There's none? No, I didn't. I forgot to look before I started streaming.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Thank you.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment.
This game has some cool mechanics. I can literally heal
Healing is
myself.
divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button.
And you have to
surgical
use the
treatment
right
using the weapon
things
window button.
based on your injury.
Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely.
I missed everything.
Understood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay with me.
I don't.
Go into the
I always have to
survival view and
relearn how
treat
to
those
heal every
wounds.
time. Like every time I've played the game on like my PlayStation, I've had to literally refigure out how to cure different stuff. But it's a cut, right? Okay. I never noticed that it says no bandage applied, not yet disinfected. I'm learning new stuff every day. So to disinfect it, use disinfectant, put a bandage on it. Oh, do we how to suture it? Okay. Oh, I didn't use septic. Gotta use septic to stop the bleeding. Gotta cut. All right, septic stops the bleeding. Then we disinfect it. And we suture it. Then we bandage it. Okay, broken bones. Yeah, I healed myself. I am healed. Okay, I can't watch this either. I just remember what he about to do. I don't know if I can ever do this in real life. To hit the bone, pop back into place. I can watch all types of violence in video games and stuff like that, but stuff like a dislocated elbow getting popped back into place, it's just, I guess it's the sound that's unsettling about that.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
name is just so out there. I don't know, man. I don't know, Doc. I don't know, man. Why you still reaching out for boss? She defected. She felt you, but she defected. She don't want you no more. It's a Davy Crockett.
Excellent. A great success.
Usually those are on tripods, but he's just
Thanks
holding
to
it.
the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch.
Stretch out a little bit.
Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
So like I said, that's a Davy Crockett. That launches a nuclear warhead. It is normally on a tripod. Yet this man is holding this and just standing there and is gonna fire it. Because that's how strong he is.
Nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
This boy said, remember the
Colonel.
Alamo. This man made a whole nuclear explosion. Just look, just dropping so ever so slightly. With a parachute. And boom. Man. Okay, we made it past our first major part in the game. Cause it's saving. So now, like, Snake tried to save Sokolov. Big Boss defected. You know, he got his ass kicked real quick. Yes. It's my favorite part. The song is so awesome. I don't know if I can go ahead and keep letting this play because I feel like this song may be copyrighted. Not even gonna lie, I do not know if I'll be muted or not. But I mean,
What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
and if I'm not mistaken, a black woman sings this song, which is awesome. Yeah, I love this song so much. Yeah, had to let it play. I'll take the risk of it getting muted. That song is absolutely worth it every damn time. All right, now it's August 30th. Time has moved on. You know, we back at
Currently
it.
flying over the Arctic Ocean.
A
Altitude
week
30,000
later,
feet.
after getting my
Approaching
elbow
Soviet
snapped
airspace.
and thrown off a bridge into
Arriving
some
at the
water.
designated drone launch point.
A week.
Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Well, dang. We gonna kill you if you don't do this right.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger.
Even bigger.
Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then? The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss?
Yes,
The mother
boss.
of your special forces?
Yes.
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed.
It's on a tripod, like in the picture.
But Sokolov's research facility
But this man
wiped out. The whole area is
held something that was inaccurate in his
can
own
only
hands
offer
and
you
blew
my
up a base.
deepest
Like,
condolences
still
over
lined
this
up a
terrible
shot. That's
tragedy.
crazy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace.
Exactly.
And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week.
1 week.
You must catch the Boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The Boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week, and if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing.
Exactly.
Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
Oh, you expect me to believe
What if we
just
can't
one person
prove our innocence?
took nukes, gave the nukes to somebody, and had them blow up the thing? And y'all had a plane?
They will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal,
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove
This
America's
game is literally a
innocence.
movie.
Right.
Right, it's a movie.
The higher-ups have decided that you're the
I would
only
love if
one
this was a
capable
movie.
of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Alright,
Are the
get
Russians going
started.
to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
You make it good.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva.
I ain't gonna
I've been
lie,
told that
because of
Adam
games like Metal
infiltrated
Gear
Vulcan's
Solid,
brain.
like I started reading more about like
Also arranged for him to provide
more
you with an
into
escape.
American history and things like that.
You'll need to rendezvous with him when you
So
get there.
like the history channel became vastly more interesting. 'Cause, like, man, this man actually read history and made a game and flipped this. I was like, okay, cool. I'll learn about some of the crazy shit that's happening.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Alright. We don't let M. Night Shyamalan touch none of this. Look, Hideo made enough twists on his own. And this is how the iconic bandana came to be. Like, definitely 4. I love 4. I mean, shoot, even 2. Like, 2 would be a great movie. Like, literally just for that last part where they were talking to each other. Yeah, excuse me. Guess I'm not used to streaming this late, but I'm also like not sleepy. I just be yawning a lot when I stream, and I don't know if it's my brain getting hot
This
because
is
of the lights.
Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Ha,
Because I'll be taking
said
on
the
the
title.
boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
That's where Tom, Dick, and Harry comes from.
You used the name
Every
of the
time
tunnel
Dick
they
and Harry.
escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
See, I've
From
never seen
square
the
zero.
Well, I should definitely
My
watch it.
frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance, too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How'll I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Oh, he blackface now. It's gonna give me the best. Lectern. Looks like it's the best. Oh no, I got a gun now. That's that blammo. Is there a is an MK22 in my? Oh nah. All right, let's see. So, like I said, we're going back to that factory where okay, we're going back to the factory where we got Sokolov, like he said, to meet up with Adam, and Adam's just gonna break down everything for us and let us know, you know, what we need to do and how we need to do it, and getting Sokolov back from the bad guys, and you know, killing the boss, Kill it in Bogan. We're gonna make it all happen. Oh, hear that horse?
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
She took your gun and took it apart again.
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Go that rain again. See? You right behind her.
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings?
She just flipped the coat back on. So cool.
You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later, you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
Broke his
If we meet
hand.
again, I'll kill you.
On sight.
Now, go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the
That
explosion.
shit go.
You've lost your weapon,
She
right?
is the enemy
You've got
now.
no chance
Yes,
of winning
you
in a
know her
battle
for 10
situation.
years. Yes, she's the enemy.
Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Loyalty to your country or loyalty to the boss? All right.
What's this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Good night. Oh, damn it. I've been spotted. There goes my perfect record. I've beaten it like with no alarms before to get whatever stuff you get. I was trying not to be an alert face, but it's okay. We ran away. Ah, the swamp. Okay. Got caught by another alligator. Okay. I went the wrong way. That's okay. But this is like all the way back at the beginning. Oh, get the yeah. Yeah, literally the stun grenade killed the animals. Now I can eat them. went the wrong way because it's dark. You gotta be careful with the mud, cause you can literally sink in it and die. Nope, just got bit by a snake.
Seeing things. Radio, get us back.
Fuck it, I'm running.
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby.
Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm sorry, I got hyper focused once the alarm happened. Kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. How you doing, Magical Man 101? Get down. Oh, this is just the second part. I just literally got my ass kicked by the boss, and this is just that part where I'm going to go meet Adam. Dang, I tried to grab him. Dang it. Oh no, it's not my first time. I haven't played this game since I had it on PS2, so it's at least been about 10 plus years. Yeah, slice it, slice it. Slice it, slice. Oh, okay. You want to slice it, slice it. Slice it, slice it. I don't care. I don't care if I see your dead body later. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Like, once I got my first alarm, I was like, I don't even care about alarms anymore. I probably got a bullet wound. Oh no, it's just a cut on my face. Cool. There you go. So, get the bullet out. Get the bleeding, disinfect it, and slap a bandage on it. Yeah. And get my RC mate. Because I know this. The next part that's going to come up is going to suck because we're going to be surrounded. And try to leave and should get cutscene. There we go.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
Oh yeah, totally forgot about the heat vision goggles in the locker. I appreciate that.
Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me.
Answer me, woman.
Trapped.
Get down! There is your answer.
Yeah, she's obviously saying that her boobs. 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 That's the only thing on his mind.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
You know what? I never thought about that. Adam, Eva,
What
and then
happened
Snake.
to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision.
I don't know what none of this
The
means.
sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized. Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight.
So he carved the handle down to where he could hold a knife. And that's cool.
Right. Let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed.
Oh.
All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
People, I think we got to a good little stopping point tonight. So when we get back to the game, I'm gonna go ahead and like I said, like Magic Man 101 said, I'm going to go ahead and get the thermal goggles out the locker, and then we'll keep going on our way to Sokolov. We're gonna go ahead and have to infiltrate the lab, do some things. There'll be a lot of cool things that'll happen on the way the next time I stream. So until then, people, I will see you later.
Ah!